Thanks for not explaining. I just did! Dude, I 2 + 2 + 2 + 4 = 10. I explained. We got a ruling, ladies and gentlemen. A ruling high issue. Oh, we got Fire King versus Mal-Is. This is post-ban list too. Everyone's going to be low rank because the ban list just applied. Impulse on Garunix in the damage step. This negate activations. Negate that effect. You cannot activate Impulse in the damage step. Simple. This is very simple. Just because Impulse doesn't negate activations. It says negate that effect. You would need the Impulse to say, when a card effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster, negate the activation. If it said negate the activation, you would be allowed to. It's negation. Why not? Only effects which negate activations can be used in the damage step. Simple. I mean, I'm gonna be real. This is one of those things that is just like, you have to know, you know what I mean? It truly doesn't make any sense. It's just like a vibes-based thing. I mean, I made a whole video about it. Have you guys not seen the official Distant Coder video? Look, the official Distant Coder video. If you guys scroll back, the damage step right here, bing, bing, a 1 hour long video on the damage step. Look at that. Complete guide to the damage step, where if you guys watch that, you would know. Sorry, I looked away. What's the question? What's the question? Oh, is he asking if he can impulse Volcanix? Can I impulse Volcanix to summon that? No. This is still the damage step. As long as chains continue to trigger on resolution, you do not leave end of the damage step. This is a really interesting one. So here he probably crashed a monster in battle, triggered Garunix, goes Garunix to summon, which is still end of damage step. Garunix effect on summon, still end of damage step to send the Volcanix. Volcanix effect, still end of damage step, summon the Garunix here. It's really interesting that that's how that works though. I think it's very cool. High issue. Yo, it's Stompy Char. This is a viewer. The fuck? You're playing dragons. Upon activated a set ring, thinking he could target Dragun, realizing he couldn't and therefore has to target his own Parshath, he now doesn't want to activate it anymore. Stompy Char, if this is what I think happened, bro, you've been watching me long enough. You should know this. Activated ring pointed at King Dragon. Yeah, they targeted the King Dragon, which isn't legal. Selecting a target is part of the activation requirement, and therefore this makes the activation illegal. Here, we rewind to the last legal game state, which is before they activated ring, so they will not be forced to use it. And then this guy is going to get PE minor warning for illegal activation. Simple. Yeah, you don't have to use it. So this is rule number 1, dude. If you activate a card that has to target and you select an illegal target and your opponent tells you that you have to select another target because you activated the card or whatever. Targeting for cards like these, a lot of people like to say that targeting is cost. Targeting is not cost, but targeting is an activation requirement. So because targeting is an activation requirement, you make it an illegal activation if you select an illegal target. So in that situation, you rewind to the last legal game state, which is before the illegal activation of your card. And then you get a warning. Simple. Hello? Oh my god, is that Lupis? Wait, where's this rosin, bro? My opponent is cheating! Cheating! Okay, how so? How so? Care to enlighten me as to how your opponent is cheating? I'm so ready for this cheating to be the least like blatant cheat of all time, and it's just like he wants to talents when I didn't activate an effect in main phase. Please explain how your opponent is cheating. My opponent used Celius in main, so I activated talents and he's saying no. Celius. What is Celius? I don't know a single card named Celius. Does he mean Caesar Vallius? Celius? We're just combining names now? Chat, look, it's Ranquisher. That's the new name of Rock of the Vanquisher. It's just Ranquisher. Oh, Caesar Vallius. Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. Okay, we're just ignoring the important part. You just go from draw phase to main 1. I stop and tell him I want to say, yeah. So red enters standby phase, and then M1. Blue says standby phase. Red enters standby phase. Blue goes thinking. Red enters M1 at the same second that blue activates Caesar Vallius. It is very clear here. They told you they were thinking in standby phase. They also cannot use Caesar in your main phase before you make an action. That wouldn't be legal. Like, that's the thing that's crazy. He went to main 1 and allowed Caesar at the start of his main 1 without him using any action. Tried to cheat. This is a simple miscommunication, not cheating. Please return TTT to hand and proceed. It's not cheating. It really just is an error of communication and one person that's just like very clearly, you know, impatient. It's just not cheating. It simply isn't cheating. All right, have a nice day. I mean, that was an easy call. That was very simple. All right, we got 2 seconds Googling. You do not need to Google. I am here. Please do not copy paste Google AI. Please do not copy paste Google AI to me. He chooses monsters for ritual summon. Opponent doesn't know basic Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay. My opponent doesn't understand the basics of this game. Let's find out if that is true. Let us establish if this is real. That is why I am the #1 here. Insists to not Google/click on links. Be humble then. Okay, both of you stop bickering and just explain the problem. Oh my goodness, dude. Pull up the logs. I feel like these players are going to be the least useful ever. They're not going to explain shit, are they? That's not how ritual summoning works. All right, let's find out. Let's have a look. So red is activating what? Contract with Dark Master. Blue activates Ojama Trio. Red sends the Manju, summons back the Manju because he has to resolve Ojama Trio, summons 3 tokens, and then he tributes the 3 tokens. And then blue says no. Then red said you chain. Blue says cost. Red said, so I use the tokens as tribute fodder for ritual summon. Thank you, smiley face. And then blue says, nope, cost, smiley face. I've reviewed the logs. Ritual spells do not tribute for cost. So in this situation, they used Dark Contract, you chained Trio. When Contract resolves is the point at which they decide what to tribute. They can tribute the Ojama tokens here. And if I remember correctly, these say they can't be tributed for a tribute summon specifically. So we're good. Yeah, this is legal. Completely legal. Activated set contract with the Dark Master. Yeah. Activated Ojama Trio. Yes, this is how chains work. They legally cannot put Manju in grave until you have resolved Trio. They can't put Manju in grave until you have resolved the trio. You literally cannot do that. It cannot be done. Who said it was Chainlink 2? You did when you flipped the card before they resolved the ritual spell. What are we talking about? What? Who said it was Chainlink 2? It's Chainlink 1.5. I want to resolve at the same time as his ritual spell. Not before. What do you mean? So here, Trio puts 3 tokens on field, and they can tribute for the Zork. Okay, one moment. Did you tribute 3 level 2 tokens and 1 level 4 monster for a level 8 monster? And this is when we explain that that's not legal. That isn't legal. Here, you must tribute a 4 and 2 2s. Can't overpay. Yeah, there you go. So he has to leave a token on board. So this is something that also is a thing that not a lot of people are super familiar with. Anytime. Why? Because ritual spells that can pay above the level cannot overpay if they already meet the requirement. So here, if you're tributing 3 2s and 1 4, you're overpaying 1 level 2 as 2 2s and 1 4 is enough to make 8. So you're allowed to overpay so long as you're not excessively overpaying. So for example, if you get to the point where you get 8 levels worth of stars, you can't choose, I'm going to tribute 4 more things. You know what I mean? That's not allowed. What do you mean? The ritual spell says it can be more than 8. Yes, they could pay using a level 9 monster, for example. However, in Yu-Gi-Oh, if you pay enough tributes to complete the ritual summon, you cannot choose to keep tributing even more beyond that. So why not 6 plus 4? Because this isn't 6 plus 4. This is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4, where 2 plus 2 plus 4 already meets the requirement. 6 plus 4 would be legal. 6 plus 4 would be legal. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4 is not. Like, this is basic math, bro. Do we not understand? Come on, man. What are we doing? This board state is legal. You may proceed from here. Come on. I did not need to, dude. I know that I constantly make the joke that that DB is kindergarten, it's daycare, it's preschool. But like, I was not here to explain 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4. I have already explained it. If you don't understand, then perhaps rereading a math manual. I'm not gonna say that, dude. I have already explained it as simply as I can. It makes perfect sense. You're being intentionally obtuse here. Continue. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. It's basic rules of the game, bruh. Besides, you want him to have more monsters. Like, what are we talking? You probably win here. It doesn't make sense. Judge, I've decided it doesn't make sense. LOL. LOL. It doesn't make sense. LOL. Actual rage bait Andy, man. Actual rage bait Andy. Holy, thanks for not explaining. I just did. Dude, I 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4 equals 10. I explained. Oh my god. This is why I can't be a teacher, bro. I can't be a teacher because you would put some 4-year-old in front of me that tries to read. He's like, mole. I would be like that movie, like Adam Sandler. Today, Junior. That would be me. That would literally be me, bro. Holy moly. Oh, Jesus Christ. My goodness, man. Have a nice day. Fuck me, bro. I have explained it. Moving on.